Happy days and welcome to this week's Extreme Set Mind Business series with the magical Lee Tunney from Ireland. Well, not originally, but big part of Ireland for sure. And Paul Rees dragging himself in from West Wales behind Tunney Ware, trying to grab any influence he can from his mind on these freebie events for myself. And this week we're coming on the back of last week. And last week was about the ingredients of an entrepreneur. That's what we touched on last week, or maybe the week before. But this week, what are the three most fundamental personal ingredients needed within anyone to start and then sustain an SME business? The new person coming in, what are your three fundamentals? Let's lay those out so I can write them down, Lee.
Very good. Well, I suppose
it's a big one.
When the personal part, yeah, because that's the thing coming in. It's how well do you know yourself? Your awareness of yourself. So coming in, I suppose, a personal reflection audit. Yeah.
Wow.
What are you accepting or expecting? So what have you accepted, or what do you expect to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what we accept and what we expect.
Wow.
Means we're not growing. It means we're stagnant. It means we accept the future's always going to rinse, as in the past is always going to be the future.
I tell you what, Lee, I want to just
what we're expecting and what we're accepting, it means we're not changing. We're not changing. We're not growing. We're not developing.
Let me jump in on this because we're on a power one today, which is just 10 minutes. And here's the thing: you always shift my expectation of answer. Now, I thought you'd just come in with three, this, and this, but you started with personal reflection audit. Oh, my word, people. That's massive. Why didn't someone tell me that?
Well, and I think it's the same in anything, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a new job, whether it's anything. It's because, why are we doing it? We're looking for a different future. We're looking for a different outcome. Obviously, if we're starting a new business or starting a new job, we're looking obviously for change. We're looking for growth. We're looking for development. So whatever we're accepting or expecting is in line with who we think or imagine or believe we are in the organic, or what someone called the social construct self. For us to be us, for me to be me, for you to be you, yeah, every heartbeat and breath should be somewhat different.
Wow.
Otherwise, there is no life, there's no life, which means there's no excitement, there's no joy, there's no happiness, there's no. And if it's, and the other part, the second one would be, is we have to move from the I through the we to the us. And so what I mean by that is if everything's about I, what I want, what I need. Yeah, that's a trauma response. That's like we didn't learn to play it when we were kids and share our train or share our dolls or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's, or if I do share, I'm only sharing my train with Paul because it's my birthday next week and he might get me a nice present. And my only sharing, like sharing is caring. I mean, how can I have a life or a business or any form of success on my own? Yeah. For a life, I need to be able to be comfortable with others, share with others, collaborate with others, be vulnerable with others, listen to others, empathize with others. Now, at that stage, empathy does not mean to sit in the lack of awareness or lack of development with other people. If you've got a friend whose life keeps rinsing and repeating in business or in life, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
That means they're accepting that, like, their circumstances, themselves as they are, like, bear in mind, to improve, or what some might say to grow, I say you can't grow. Trees grow, flowers grow, you can develop. But if you're caught in a trauma loop and all you're doing is medicating, like, either the internals, as in the doubts, fears, insecurities, bear in mind, doubts, fears, and insecurities are all present to future, they're not past, which means that's all what we've created, or all what's been created is creating. So regret, remorse, guilt, shame, is all present to past.
Mm-hmm.
If we're in guilt, shame, yeah, like which obviously would give you the lack of pride, the lack of development, like because guilt and shame or regret or remorse is something I've done to another human. So it shows empathy, but none of us have got a time machine. And the thing I think as well, people don't realise, and that sounds derogatory, but it took me years for me to realise it, is that any memory or feeling or whatever I'm playing on the screen of my mind, whether that's an image or video form, whatever I'm in the past in that type of negativity reflecting, I'm not actually in the past. And that, I think, and people hear that, the past does not exist. All that exists is the memory echo, the emotional feeling, yeah, that's attached to a memory in the past, which means our energy is still in that moment, however long back, which means we're not present, which means we're not fully aligned within our being, which means whatever we're going to do in some ways is being controlled by that energy in the past. Wow. And the energy isn't in the past. It's a cluster of energy within our present being that is holding on to like that feeling, which means if you imagine each day you have one thing go wrong and you can't get past it, bear in mind, you can't get past the past. Yeah, you have something happen like last week, and each day you've had something happen. It's only like minor, but it's throwing you slightly. Yeah, it's throwing you in your consciousness, so you can't think straight. Then something else might happen, and it's throwing you where your clarity's gone. And then something else happens on like Wednesday. We've only done Monday or Tuesday so far, and then something happens, and it's throwing you emotionally, and you're not happy. And then something else happens on Thursday that's throwing you where you feel stuck, yeah? And then you've got something else happens on Friday that, in a sense, makes you lose your sense of passion or pride or purpose. Yeah. There are 5 things I've just mentioned, like thoughts, yeah, self-image or imagination, yeah, emotion, yeah. But there are only 5 things, and then you've got your physiology, like you'll be like fight, flight, freeze, sympathetic autonomic nervous system. So if we get thrown or we get stuck or we feel thrown off track, that's our physiology. That's not our psychology. Okay. And if we lose passion or pride or purpose because of something happened, that's only 5 experience. And let's say it knocks us on as a 5 point. So 100%, we've lost, each day we've lost 1 point. That's only 5 days in a week. That happens over the course of a year. That's 365. I mean, to the point that, like, how many days does it take before your 100% energy is gone? And if it's fragmented in the past, don't matter. You're never bringing yourself to the present. Wow. And if you're in worry, doubt, fear, or concern, yeah, insecurity, you're in the future, which means you're caught between the past and the future, and you're trying to find self between. You don't want this happening in the future, so you're going to worry, doubt, concern, which means you're not focused, you're not intentional, you're not in your being, you're not aligned, you're not in integrity. What is integrity? Every part of your existence is the dawn of your conception, aligned inside. That's integrity. That's why it's called integrity. That's what if you're not intentional, if you haven't got inspiration, it means you haven't got something within, which means you're either fragmented, your energy's fragmented in the past with your thoughts, your emotions, whatever, or your focus is fragmented in the future, or both, which means whatever business or job or career or relationship you're starting, all you're looking for is Paul like my old boss? He is. No, I don't want to work here. Is Paul like my last relationship? Then I don't. Is he better than the last one? If we're always in comparison of the past, then we're never really doing anything. All we're looking for is verification. Friend or foe, friend or foe, friend or foe, friend or foe. That's what we're doing. Which means we're not planning. We're not deciding. We haven't got goals. Goals are beyond all where you've been before. If goals are in line with where you've been before, you ain't got goals. You got medication.
Wow. Wow, there it is. I see those 3 ingredients, okay? Personal reflection audit. Move from I, prove we to us. And this one, your past and present, the relationship. Let's put that in there also. Lee, this was just fantastic. A power 10 minutes. You enjoy your week, who you are. It's been beautiful. And I will see you this time next week. And what do we say? Bye for now and...
Bye for now and boom.
There it is!